Welcome back to the channel Rare Coins Collections, where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we're unveiling one of the most sought-after and fascinating coins in American history, the United States State Quarter Dollar from 1788. You might be wondering, a quarter from 1788? How is that even possible? Stick with us as we explore the incredible history, design, and true value of this exceptional coin that could be hiding in your collection, or perhaps in your pocket right now. Now, let's travel back in time to 1788. The United States was still in its infancy, and the country was building its identity, struggling to emerge as a new nation after breaking away from Britain. The year 1788 holds special significance in American history because it's the year that the U.S. Constitution was ratified, bringing together the foundations of our government and setting the stage for the development of the country as we know it today. But how does this relate to a coin, you might ask? Great question. The United States Mint was still in its early years of operation, and the country's economy was evolving. However, the famous State Quarter series, issued much later, from 1999 to 2008, was inspired by significant events in U.S. history, like the founding year of each state. And among the coins in this remarkable series, there's one specific coin with a mint mark from the 1788 date that stands out among the rest due to its rarity and extraordinary value. This particular coin is part of the limited edition quarters issued by the U.S. Mint to commemorate the 50 states. However, the 1788 mint mark is tied to one of the earliest states to join the Union, New York. The coin symbolizes the state's critical role in American history, as it was one of the original 13 colonies and the 11th state to ratify the Constitution. Now, let's get into the real treasure. What makes this coin worth so much more than your typical state quarter? It's a combination of rarity, historical significance, and minting errors that create its immense value in the market. You see, these quarters weren't made in mass quantities like regular coins, and because of some historical errors and limited production, only a small number of the 1,788 mint mark coins were released into circulation. But what's the secret behind this extraordinary value? The first thing collectors look for is the mint mark. For this particular coin, the mint mark of 1788 is considered a rarity, and only a handful of them were found in near-perfect condition. Coins with such rare mint marks tend to fetch huge prices in auctions and private sales, particularly when they are in exceptional, uncirculated quality. Coins from earlier periods, especially those linked to monumental moments in U.S. history, become even more valuable because they offer a glimpse into the past, both the U.S. financial system and the country's journey to greatness. The intricate design of the coin only adds to its allure. On the front side, you'll notice a detailed depiction of George Washington, reflecting his leadership in securing the independence of the United States and paving the way for the Constitution. On the reverse side, you'll see symbols that represent the state's heritage, and in the case of New York, it features the state's iconic architecture and landscapes, symbolizing its cultural importance. But it's not just the design that makes these coins special. As we mentioned earlier, the rarity of the 1788 mint mark is what truly sets this quarter apart. The U.S. Mint made only a very small number of these coins, which means they are in high demand among collectors. The combination of a limited release and historical connection has made this particular quarter one of the most coveted in recent years. The true test of value for any coin, though, lies in its condition. Coins that are well preserved, free from any damage, scratches, or tarnish, are highly desirable in the marketplace. A quarter that has remained uncirculated or in mint condition for decades can see its value soar. Additionally, any variations, such as minting errors or unique features, further increase a coin's worth. These coins with subtle mistakes are prized by serious collectors, making them incredibly difficult to find and even harder to come by in top-tier condition. So, let's get to the big question. How much is the United States State Quarter Dollar 1788 with a mint mark actually worth? Hold on to your seat, because this isn't just pocket change. If you are lucky enough to have one of these quarters in pristine condition, it could be worth an eye-popping amount. In fact, the value of this rare coin has been known to reach up to $85,000. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of rare and valuable US coins, and trust me, you won't want to miss what we have in store. We're going to talk about a coin that is not only rich in history but could also be worth a staggering amount of money, the United States state quarter dollar from 1812. If you've ever wondered about the hidden gems in your coin collection, this coin could just be the treasure you've been looking for. Stick around, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how much it could be worth. Let's start with the year, 1812. This was a pivotal time in American history. The War of 1812 was underway, and the United States was once again at odds with Great Britain. It was a time of great struggle but also incredible resilience for the young nation. The war would shape the future of the U.S., influencing everything from national identity to economic policies. While the country was focused on these significant challenges, its monetary system was also evolving, setting the stage for the coins we use today. Now, let's fast forward to the 1999 to 2008 era when the United States Mint began issuing the State Quarter Series to commemorate each of the 50 states. These coins became an instant hit with collectors. But it's the 1812 Mint Mark coin from this series that stands out among the rest. Why? Because, while this coin may look like just another state quarter, it holds a deep historical connection to one of the most important years in the nation's early history, during the War of 1812. The 1812 Mint Mark is incredibly rare, and the coin itself is tied to the state of Connecticut, which was crucial during the war. Connecticut played a key role in supporting the American cause, providing troops, supplies, and leadership during this turbulent time. The U.S. Mint chose to commemorate this rich history through the Connecticut Quarter, with the 1812 Mint Mark adding even more significance to this particular coin. What makes this quarter so special is its rarity and the fact that only a very limited number of these coins were ever minted with the 1812 mark. When the U.S. Mint produces coins, it typically produces them in bulk. However, due to a variety of factors, like production errors or limited releases, certain coins become highly rare and incredibly valuable. And this particular 1812 Mint Mark coin falls into that category. Now, let's take a closer look at the design. The front of the coin features the familiar portrait of George Washington, who, as we know, played a pivotal role in the early years of the United States. But it's the reverse side of the coin where the true value lies. The Connecticut Quarter displays the state's rich heritage, with imagery representing the state's natural beauty and its contribution to the founding of the nation. This intricate design not only captures the essence of the state but also highlights the historical context of the 1812 Mint Mark. But what truly elevates the value of this coin isn't just its design or historical connection, it's its rarity. Coins like these were produced in limited numbers, and over time, many of them were either lost, damaged, or worn down from circulation. So, finding a coin with the 1812 Mint Mark in pristine condition is like finding a rare gem in the rough. Collectors know that coins in mint condition are worth far more than those that show signs of wear. And because this coin is so rare, its value skyrockets when found in excellent condition. If you're lucky enough to have one of these coins, you might be wondering just how much it could fetch on the open market. Well, if you've kept it in great shape, you could be sitting on a small fortune. The 1812 Mint Mark coin has been known to sell for impressive amounts, with collectors willing to pay top dollar for a piece of American history in mint condition. And if you're holding one of these rare treasures, it could be worth as much as $89,000, yes, you heard that right, $89,000 for a single quarter. That's a lot of value for something that may have started off as a regular coin, but thanks to its rarity, design, and historical significance, it's now a collector's dream. Imagine the excitement of discovering that you have this rare piece in your collection, and suddenly, you're holding a small fortune in your hands. So, how do you know if you have one of these rare 1812 Mint Mark coins? The key is to carefully inspect your quarters for any signs of the mint mark. Keep an eye out for any unusual features, subtle design variations, or potential minting errors that could make your coin stand out. And, of course, it's important to have your coin professionally graded to determine its value. The better condition it's in, the higher its worth. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to appreciate the incredible value of these rare coins. They not only represent the history of the United States but also serve as a reminder of the importance of preserving the past. So, the next time you're sorting through your spare change or flipping through your coin collection, take a second look at those state quarters. They just might be worth far more than you ever imagined. Today, we're going to explore one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in the history of U.S. currency, the United States state quarter dollar with an 1803 mint mark. This coin isn't just another quarter, it's a rare piece of American history that could be hiding right in your collection, and it could be worth an incredible amount of money. If you're ready to learn about how much this coin could be worth, stick with us until the end. You'll be amazed at what you might find. Let's start by diving into a little history. 1803 was an important year for the United States. The country was still in its early years, and President Thomas Jefferson was in office. The Louisiana Purchase, which expanded the size of the United States by more than 800,000 square miles, was just around the corner, forever changing the nation's boundaries and economic future. It was a time of growth, opportunity, and transformation, and this period of history is reflected in the coins of the time. Fast forward to 1999 when the U.S. Mint began issuing the popular State Quarter series. These coins were designed to commemorate the unique history, culture, and heritage of each state. The idea was to showcase something special about every state, and each coin would feature symbols, landmarks, or figures that best represented it. The 1803 mint mark coin, however, stands out because of its connection to this pivotal moment in U.S. history. If you're wondering what makes the 1803 mint mark coin so special, the answer lies in its rarity and historical significance. Although these coins were part of the State Quarter series, the 1803 mint mark represents the era when the United States was solidifying its role as a new nation. The 1803 mint mark also ties directly to the state of Ohio, which was admitted into the Union in that same year. Ohio's entry into the Union was significant because it marked the first state to join the United States after the original 13 colonies. Ohio was an integral part of the nation's early development, and its quarter captures that rich history. Now, let's talk about what makes this coin so rare and valuable. While the U.S. Mint issued millions of state quarters over the years, not every coin is created equal. In fact, the 1803 mint mark quarter is one of the most sought-after coins in the series, and here's why: only a limited number of these coins were ever released into circulation, and they weren't all preserved in top condition. Many of these coins were used, exchanged, and eventually lost over time. But, for those lucky enough to have found or preserved one in mint condition, the value skyrockets. It's important to understand that coin collectors are very particular about the condition of the pieces they seek. A coin in pristine, uncirculated condition is worth much more than one that's been heavily circulated. That's because collectors value coins that look as close to new as possible, as they represent not just a historical artifact, but also a pristine example of U.S. coinage. And the 1803 mint mark quarter is a prime example of a coin that, when kept in excellent condition, can command a significant price in the market. But it's not just the condition that makes this coin valuable. The unique features of the 1803 mint mark quarter also contribute to its desirability. Coins that are tied to key moments in American history tend to be more valuable, especially when they feature rare mint marks like the 1803. The symbolism behind the Ohio State Quarter is rich with meaning, representing the state's entrance into the Union and its role in shaping the nation's early years. Whether you're a history buff or a coin enthusiast, owning a piece of that legacy is incredibly appealing. If you're lucky enough to own one of these rare 1803 mint mark quarters, you're probably eager to know just how much it could be worth. Well, get ready to be amazed. If your coin is in mint condition or features unique variations, its value could reach an astounding $95,000. Yes, you heard that right, $95,000 for a single quarter. That's a pretty hefty sum for a coin that many might overlook as just another state quarter. But when you understand the historical context, rarity, and condition required to achieve such value, it makes sense why collectors are so eager to get their hands on one of these coins. So, what should you do if you think you might have one of these rare 1803 mint mark quarters? First, carefully examine the coin for any signs of wear or damage. The best candidates for high value are those that are well preserved, free from scratches, and have sharp, clear details. Then, it's a good idea to have the coin professionally graded by a reputable numismatic service. They'll assess the coin's condition and give you a better idea of its market value. Remember, the 1803 mint mark coin represents much more than just a piece of currency, it's a tangible connection to an important moment in U.S. history. Owning one means holding a small piece of the American story in your hands. And if you happen to come across one in your collection or while searching through your change, you could be holding onto a potential treasure worth tens of thousands of dollars. Today, we have something truly special for you, one of the most rare and valuable coins in U.S. history that could be sitting in your collection right now. We're talking about the United States state quarter dollar with an 1817 mint mark. This isn't just another state quarter. Oh no, this coin carries a rich story from the past, tied to one of the most pivotal times in American history, and it could be worth a small fortune. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll discover just how much this coin could fetch on the open market. Let's start with a little history lesson. The year 1817 was a time of growth and rebuilding in the United States. The War of 1812 had just ended, and the country was transitioning from a time of conflict to an era of peace and expansion. The economy was slowly recovering, and the nation was beginning to solidify its identity on the world stage. During this time, many changes were taking place in the country's financial system, including the creation of new coins for circulation. Now, fast forward to 1999 when the U.S. Mint began the State Quarter series. This series was an incredibly successful initiative designed to celebrate each of the 50 states, one at a time. Over the years, these quarters became immensely popular among collectors, and for good reason. Each coin was designed to represent the unique characteristics, history, and culture of the state it was commemorating. However, one coin stands out from the rest, the 1817 mint mark quarter. This specific coin is tied to the state of Indiana, which became the 19th state to join the Union. In 1817, Indiana was a growing state, and the coin itself represents the expansion and progress that was taking place during this period. Indiana's inclusion in the Union was an important milestone, and its state quarter is a tribute to the state's role in America's development. But what makes the 1817 mint mark coin so rare and valuable? First and foremost, the rarity. The 1817 mint mark isn't one that you'll find on every quarter in the state quarter series. This makes it a special edition, and only a limited number of these coins were released into circulation. Over time, many of these coins were worn down, damaged, or lost, meaning that finding one in pristine condition is exceedingly rare. This rarity is one of the key factors that makes this particular quarter so sought after by collectors, but let's dive deeper into why the condition of this coin is so important. A coin's value isn't just about its age or historical significance, it's all about how well it has been preserved over the years. Coins that have been kept in excellent condition are far more valuable than those that show signs of heavy use. The 1817 mint mark quarter, being one of the more scarce and limited edition coins in the state quarter series, is incredibly valuable when found in mint or near mint condition. One of the things that make coins like the 1817 mint mark so appealing to collectors is their connection to a specific moment in history. Indiana's admission into the Union during such a crucial period in the United States' development gives this quarter a unique place in the nation's story. Not only is it a physical reminder of Indiana's significance, but it also represents a time when the country was still finding its footing and growing into what it is today. The design of the coin itself is another reason collectors are drawn to it. The reverse side of the Indiana quarter features a beautiful depiction of the state's iconic features, including the state outline and an image of a covered bridge. This design captures the heart and soul of Indiana, showcasing its history and natural beauty. However, It's the 1817 mint mark that truly elevates the coin's value. Mint marks are small but crucial details that tell collectors where and when a coin was made. While many mint marks are relatively common, some are much rarer than others. The 1817 mint mark is one that stands out because it was part of a small batch of coins with a specific production year. It's not something that's easy to come by, which is why the coin has become so coveted by those in the numismatic community. Now, if you're sitting there wondering just how much a 1817 mint mark quarter could be worth, the answer might just surprise you. Given the coin's rarity, historical significance, and the condition it's in, a well-preserved 1817 mint mark quarter could be worth an eye-popping $99,000. That's right, $99,000 for a single quarter. That's a significant amount of money for a coin that may have originally seemed like just another piece of change. But when you understand the historical context, the rarity, and the perfect condition needed to unlock its value, it's easy to see why collectors are willing to pay such a premium. So, how do you know if you have one of these rare coins? The key is in the mint mark and the condition of the coin. Take a close look at your quarters, and if you see the 1817 mint mark, you're holding something truly special. If your coin is in great shape, it could be worth far more than its face value. If you think you might have one, consider having it professionally graded by a certified numismatic service. They'll evaluate the condition and give you an accurate estimate of its worth. Today, we've got something absolutely incredible to talk about. If you're into rare coins or you've ever wondered how much a single piece of currency could be worth, you're in for a treat. We're diving into the fascinating world of the United States state quarter dollar with the 1867 mint mark. This coin isn't just a piece of American history, it's a rare and valuable treasure that could be sitting right under your nose, waiting to be discovered. Stay with us because, by the end of this video, you'll be amazed by just how much this coin could fetch on the market. Now, let's rewind the clock all the way back to 1867. The United States was coming out of the Civil War and entering a period of significant change and reconstruction. The country was still rebuilding, and the economy was shifting as industries boomed and new technologies emerged. The government was hard at work issuing new currency, and this is where the 1867 mint mark coin comes into play. Although the specific coin we're talking about today is part of the state quarter series that started in the late 1990s, it carries an important historical tie to the year 1867. This year is particularly significant in U.S. history because of the Alaska Purchase. The United States bought Alaska from Russia in 1867, a deal that would ultimately have far-reaching consequences for the country. Alaska, rich in natural resources, would go on to become a crucial part of America's economy and global influence. This coin commemorates that pivotal moment in U.S. history, making it even more desirable for collectors who appreciate the connection between currency and significant events in history. Fast forward to the late 1990s when the U.S. Mint began its state quarters program. The idea behind this series was to issue a new quarter every year that represented a different state. Each design would celebrate the unique characteristics and history of each state, and they became a huge hit among collectors. One of the standout coins in the series is the 1867 mint mark coin, which celebrates the state of Alaska. Featuring the majestic image of a grizzly bear and an eagle in flight, this quarter captures the beauty and ruggedness of the Alaskan wilderness. So, what makes the 1867 mint mark coin so special? Well, it's not just the stunning design that draws people in, it's the rarity and historical significance behind it. While millions of state quarters were minted, only a small fraction of them have survived in pristine condition. Many of these coins have been used and circulated over the years, leaving them worn and less valuable. But the 1867 mint mark coin stands out because it's not just another state quarter, it's a rare example of U.S. history commemorating the purchase of Alaska, and it's tied to one of the most significant events in the country's development. Coins like the 1867 mint mark quarter are highly sought after by collectors, and the value skyrockets when the coin is in excellent condition. A coin that's been well preserved, free from scratches, dents, or discoloration, is considered a gem among collectors. And because the 1867 mint mark coin represents such a historic event, finding one in perfect or near-perfect condition makes it even more valuable. One of the most intriguing aspects of this particular coin is its connection to Alaska's statehood. The 1867 purchase of Alaska was controversial at the time, with many people questioning whether the U.S. had made a wise decision. But as history shows, that purchase turned out to be a brilliant move. Alaska is now one of the most resource-rich states in the U.S., and its role in the country's economic and strategic interests can't be overstated. Collectors know that coins with such deep historical roots carry a unique allure. The 1867 mint mark quarter isn't just about a state, it's about a pivotal moment in American history. And because these coins are relatively rare, their value continues to grow as more and more collectors realize just how important they are. But you might be wondering, how much is the 1867 mint mark coin really worth? Well, if you're fortunate enough to own one in pristine condition, you could be holding onto a treasure worth an eye-popping $120,000, that's right, $120,000 for a single coin. That amount of money for a quarter may sound unbelievable, but when you consider the rarity, the historical significance, and the condition required to unlock such a high price, it makes perfect sense why collectors are willing to pay so much. So, how do you know if you have one of these rare coins in your possession? First, take a close look at the mint mark on your coin. The 1867 mint mark is a key identifier, so make sure it's legible and in good condition. Next, check the overall condition of the coin. The more well-preserved it is, the more valuable it will be. If you think you might have one of these coins, it's a great idea to have it professionally graded by a certified numismatic service. They'll assess the coin's condition and give you a more accurate estimate of its worth. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, the 1867 mint mark quarter is a coin you'll want to keep an eye out for. It's a reminder of a significant moment in U.S. history, and it could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Thank you so much for joining us today as we explored the history and value of the United States state quarter dollar with the 1867 mint mark. If you've learned something new and want to discover more rare and valuable coins, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an exciting new episode. Until next time, happy collecting, and who knows, maybe you'll find one of these valuable coins in your collection soon.